Cherry blossom season may already be over across most of Japan. But here in Shiogama, spring is not quite finished yet. Just 40 minutes from Sendai, late-blooming sakura are still painting the streets in soft shades of pink. Today, we'll travel from Sendai Station to the historic shrine town of Shiogama, walking beneath cherry blossoms on our way to Shiwahiko Shrine and Shiogama Shrine, home to the famous Shiogama-zakura, a rare sakura variety found almost nowhere else in Japan. It is April 20th. From Sendai Station, we take the JR Senseki line towards Shiogama. The train ride takes around 40 minutes. The moment we step outside Hon-Shiogama Station, it immediately feels different. Cherry blossoms are still in full bloom here. Along the streets leading toward the shrine, beautiful sakura trees line the sidewalks, their branches gently hanging over the road. Petals drift through the air with every breeze, and the peaceful atmosphere of this coastal town makes the experience feel even more special. As we continue uphill toward the shrine grounds, more sakura trees begin to appear beside the stone pathways. Soon, the bright vermilion gate of Shiwahiko Shrine emerges between the cherry blossoms and cedar trees. From here, we can even see the harbor, and beyond that, the waters of Matsushima Bay. Shiwahiko Shrine may be smaller than its famous neighbor, but the atmosphere here feels incredibly peaceful. Surrounded by cedar trees, the shrine grounds are quiet, except for the sound of birds and the wind moving through the forest. The shrine is dedicated to Shiwahiko no Kami, a deity associated with agriculture and cultivation. Inside the shrine grounds, the combination of ancient cedar trees, vermilion shrine buildings, stone lanterns, and late spring cherry blossoms creates an atmosphere that feels uniquely Tohoku. It is quieter than the famous sakura spots in Kyoto or Tokyo, yet somehow even more memorable. As we continue walking deeper into the complex, the atmosphere slowly changes. The pathways widen, the stone lanterns grow larger, and ahead of us, the grand shrine structures of Shiogama Shrine come into view. Shiogama Shrine is one of the most important shrines in all of Tohoku, with a history stretching back more than 1,200 years. For centuries, people prayed here for maritime safety, successful fishing, safe childbirth, and protection during sea voyages. The city itself grew around these traditions. In fact, the name Shiogama is closely connected to ancient salt-making techniques, which helped shape the region's history. The main reason many people visit at this time of year is to see the famous Shiogama-zakura. Unlike the Some Yoshino cherry blossoms found across Japan, Shiogama-zakura blooms later in the season, allowing visitors to continue enjoying sakura even after most regions have already passed peak bloom. Walking through the shrine grounds, there is a sense of calm that feels very different from the crowded tourist spots in Kyoto or Tokyo. Everything here feels local, quiet, and deeply connected to daily life. You'll see worshippers stopping to pray, locals taking peaceful walks, and visitors slowly appreciating the atmosphere rather than rushing through it. After visiting the shrine, we stop for lunch at a local eatery. Shiogama is famous as a fishing town, so fresh seafood is everywhere. Tempura rice bowls, sashimi, and deep-fried oysters, one of the region's specialties. Everything is incredibly fresh, delicious, and surprisingly affordable. After lunch, we continue toward Matsushima Bay, one of Japan's 3 great views. Instead of taking the sightseeing cruise, we head uphill to Saigyo Modoshi no Matsu Park for a panoramic view of the bay. The climb is peaceful, and as we get higher, the view slowly opens up. From the top, small pine-covered islands stretch across the calm waters of Matsushima Bay. Even without full cherry blossoms, the scenery is still incredible. But you can tell we arrived just a little too late. Most of the sakura had already fallen. At peak bloom, this entire hillside is covered with hundreds of cherry blossom trees, turning the overlook into one of the most beautiful spring scenes in Tohoku. Even so, a few remaining blossoms still lingered in the breeze, giving us a small glimpse of what the park must look like at its peak. We take a short coffee break overlooking the bay before returning to Sendai. But on the way back, the day suddenly changed. A powerful 7.7 earthquake struck the northeast coast of Japan, bringing our train to an immediate stop. For nearly 2 hours, everything stood still. And by the time we finally returned to Sendai Station, the station was filled with stranded passengers due to widespread delays and cancellations. Yet somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, we managed to walk straight into Tanya Zenjiro. Usually, there is a long lineup outside this famous gyutan restaurant. But tonight, because of the earthquake, there was almost no wait at all. After such a long day, the smoky charcoal-grilled ox tongue, warm soup, and rice felt especially comforting. Looking back, this journey to Shiogama became far more memorable than we expected. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next one.